All right, my friends, as promised, here is my longer walkthrough video from the Uptown Rumble Heavy Music in the Bronx exhibit right here in the Bronx at the Bronx Historical Society. This is actually the very first time that I've come here. And, you know, I like doing museum stuff, usually for both PiercingMetal, Piercing Ken, and the Ken Pierce Media side of the fence, because that shares everything. But I never get here for metal stuff, in general museum stuff. But let's just take a look real quick. I mean, I guess you could stop this screen or just look at the photos. I'm gonna have all photos of this stuff too. So let's look around. When you see the photos, you could just expand them. They have a lot of interactive exhibits here with classic footage of bands. Here's something from the Dominican Day Parade. Oh, that's the band, Dominican Day Parade, sorry. I don't know a lot of the old bands from the Bronx. So here's all the exhibits that are in this section. And here's a guitar by Gio Estrella. They said we could play it if we wanted to, but I don't play guitar, so I'm not going to do that. I'll spare you my twanging. The roots of heavy music in the Bronx is interesting to me. It's the Blues Magoos, start off, Bronxite Felix Pappalardi. Sabbath was performing in Gaelic Park. New York Dolls are from here. Members of the Dictators are from here. Kiss's own Ace Frehley, who we sadly lost, is from here. Aerosmith's from here. Cool display case with a Blues Magoos single, Cold Sweat single, some Aerosmith buttons, and the Ace Frehley No Regrets book, a rock and roll memoir. And also, this is very interesting. If you look down here, you'll see that this fanzine was drawn by Ace Frehley on the cover. Rockin' the Bronx by Larry Kirwan from Black 47. Dictators. Hard rock, heavy metal, and punk. And this is true. Although today we usually think of hard rock, heavy metal, and punk as distinct genres of rock music, their separation did not take place until the late 70s and early 80s. That's true. It's all a little bit connected, and then it separated. So. Some great photos. Legendary Ace photo. A photo like this used to be a giant poster at Madison Square Garden. I think they need to put that back. Dolls. 9 is Tish and Snooky, Manic Panic. T.M. Stevens. Black Lace, I remember that name from the 80s. Sister. William Calhoun, Living Color. Some interesting stuff over here. Patches and stickers. Demolition Hammer, they're together today, still. Probably different incarnations. Patches, here we go, Anthrax. Anthrax was from the Bronx. Tape trading, that was how it was done, my friends. You had demo tape, and I could speak clearly on this because when I had my band way back in the day, you had a demo tape. And you know, sometimes you sold them, sometimes you gave them out, but it was a way to put your music out there. So here's a demo of Demolition Hammer. Dead Season, Dread Season. And these are fanzines. Fanzines were the diehard fans that would write up something, photocopy it, send it around to their friends, or, you know, sell at concerts for a couple of bucks a piece. There you go, Death. Oh, that's Arsenic. Some of these bands I don't know because I didn't really follow a lot of the super heavy stuff in the 80s. I certainly wasn't doing any writing yet. I played drums, but here's a great Anthrax shot, Charlie. There's a whole little wall here for 24/7 spies. Now let's go into the hardcore section. If you watched my interview with Dr. Payne, you heard him say that he was a big hardcore person. They have these postcards that I guess will tell you. What's interesting about this time also is there were a lot of places you could see all this kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, we had CBGBs, but there was other places. That's cool. That's a great poster. There's a hardcore zine you just saw up there. Even they had zines from the die-hard core fans. These are cards that let you put them in and then get to. We're not going to do any of that because we don't have the time.
I have to go in 10 minutes. Is that enough time for you?
Yeah. Oh. The staff is kind enough to let me walk around here. This is off hours, so I appreciate them letting me do that. This is a whole cool display. Crazy Eddie's 7-inch. And it's a skateboard. A lot of hardcore with the skateboards back then. You know, it's one of these exhibits. It's only in a couple of rooms, but there's a lot of stuff to see, and especially if you're involved in this scene as a study or a diehard fan, there's a lot to really absorb and just sit and look at. I still have to take pictures for you all to see in another piece. So, yeah, so that's the long and short of it from the Uptown Rumble as far as the narrative goes. Stay tuned.